Welcome to Sorare Assist, assisting you in your Sorare journey. This is part 2 of my budget scouting video on the Russian and Austrian Bundesliga players. Stick around to see some more budget options in the midfield department and also up front. Before we get stuck into it, welcome all Sorare managers. As usual, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell to be alerted about any new videos. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit, and for more free Sorare content, please check out SorareAssist.com. Links in the description. If you've not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card. Let's go on to today's content then. Like I say, this is going to be part 2 of my budget scouting videos for the Austrian Bundesliga and the Russian leagues. I'm scouting these leagues because they've got a long winter break at the moment, so these budget options are even more budget now that there is that winter break in play. These leagues do start again at the end of February, so scout some of these players, maybe pick some of them up so you're ready for some lineups for the resumption of these leagues. I have also done some other budget videos recently on my channel, including the Argentinian Brazilian leagues and also the American MLS leagues as well, which of course all kick off around the end of February as well. Okay, let's get straight stuck into the first selection then. Carrying on from last week's video, I'll be highlighting midfielders and then onto the forwards. So the first player I've gone for in terms of midfield is Magomed Ozdiev of Zenit Petersburg, 29-year-old Russian who can play in central midfield. Now he has just come back from an injury recently, and that's why he's only started one game. So he did play regular minutes last season for Zenit, as you can see he started 21 games, but he has just come back from an injury, and before the winter break he was coming on as a sub and that sort of thing, so he is still getting back to fitness. Now the reason I do like this guy is that when he is playing, he's showing some very good numbers. Now he did get his opportunity here in the game against Lokomotiv Moscow. He had 36 accurate passes out of 37, so that's a 97% accuracy there in his passing. He's also completed 6 long balls out of 6 attempted. And his ground duels look decent as well, and also his interceptions and tackles as well looks decent. He's also a Russian international as well, so he has got some Russian utility, and he recently featured in the European Championships for Russia. This game here he played 76 minutes for Zenit. He had 54 accurate passes out of 61, and he also had 3 key passes and 15 accurate long balls out of 18 attempted, which does look very impressive. Pass numbers are looking very good, and he is getting some key passes as well. So if we just look at some more games then, so he's played 83 minutes here, he's had 36 accurate passes out of 43, 3 accurate long balls out of 4 attempted, he's also had a shot off target here as well, and he's also got some good interception and tackle numbers. In this game against Rubin Kazan he played 87 minutes, 55 accurate passes, which is 77% accuracy. He's also got 4 key passes in this match and 2 shots blocked as well. And again, his interceptions and tackles also look impressive. And in this match against Rostov, 90 minutes he played in this game. He's had 30 accurate passes, which is 73% accuracy. Again, he's had 3 key passes, so he's shown plenty of key passes in the games where he's playing a full 90 minutes. He's had 2 shots off target as well, so he's shown some goal threat in these games as well actually. So it does look a decent option. So looking at his price then, so it's going for around £4.49 on the limited and £83.39 on the rare. Now as you can see, when he was playing regular minutes for Zenit, he was getting some very good scores. He also had a 100 score here as well, and obviously these did not play during his injury period. These games are where he's come on as a sub. As you can see, he's working his way back to fitness. This match here he only played 10 minutes, but he got a fantastic score of 62 points. So this guy does look a very cheap option. If he does get back to full fitness, starts getting into the first team again, these prices are going to look very cheap. Next up is Alexei Sutumin of Zenit as well. 27-year-old Russian. Now he can play on the left or right of midfield. Majority plays on the right of midfield though for Zenit Petersburg. Now he's only actually started 6 of the games this season for Zenit, but in those 6 starts he's had 3 goals and also 1 assist. When this guy is playing, is a very dependable player. And he's also playing for the Russian national team as well, so he's got that international utility. If we look at a couple of games where he did start for Zenit, this was only back in September. This game he played 89 minutes, 46 accurate passes out of 56. Also 1 shot on target and 2 shots off target as well. But his ground duels also looks fantastic at 10 ground duels won out of 14. In this game here he played 90 minutes, scored a goal in this match as well, 41 accurate passes out of 51, and he also had 1 shot on target, which was obviously the resulting goal. His ground duels as well looks decent, 3 out of 3 were successful. Now if this guy can cement a team in the first place again, start getting more first team minutes, I think he's going to look a bargain option at these prices. 3.28 on the limited and £60 on the rare. As you can see from his scores, he's got some fantastic scores here. These low numbers have always come on as a substitute. So as I say, if you can get more regular first team minutes for Zenit or another club, then this guy is going to look a bargain at these prices. The next player I've gone for is Vyacheslav Grulev of Dynamo Moscow. Now he's only 22, this guy is 23 in March. Russian nationality. He's actually saying he's a forward here on SofaScore, which he is. He does predominantly play in an attacking forward position, but on Sorare he's actually categorised as a midfielder. So he started 11 games this season and he's actually scored 6 goals as well. And he's averaging 1.9 shots per game, which looks absolutely fantastic. So he's a very attacking player and he's getting plenty of goals. In the 11 starts he's scored 6 goals. So a very attacking player and showing some fantastic goal threat. And as I say, he's only 22 years old. So looking at his scores on Sorare, as you can see, he's started getting in the team and getting a bit more minutes recently, and he's shown some fantastic form as well and banging in the goals. Now his limited card is going for around £25 and his rare is going for around 296. He's also eligible for the under 23 division as well until July 2023. So for an under 23 player, this price looks fantastic. Another young player is 24-year-old Izat Ekbatov of CSK Moscow. Only just turned 24 at the time of recording on the 31st of December. Central midfielder. He's started 11 games this season, so he's another player that's trying to cement his place in the side. In those 11 starts, he scored 1 goal and also got 3 assists. But he's averaging 1.1 shots per game as well, which is looking impressive. Now before the winter break, he did start this game against Arsenal Tulsa. He had 35 accurate passes out of 48 and he had 3 accurate crosses out of 3 attempted as well. But he also had 3 key passes and showed good goal threat as well, with 1 shot on target and 1 shot off. So this guy, when he does get his chance, is showing some impressive numbers. This game against Iran, he also started the match, played 77 minutes, 24 accurate passes out of 29, and again his key passes was impressive with 5 key passes in this match, and his goal threat was also looking good, 1 shot on target, 2 shot off. He's also won a fantastic 7 ground duels out of 7 attempted. So as I say, when this guy is getting the first team minutes, he is showing some impressive displays and impressive numbers. So if we look at how this equates to scores then, as you can see, when he is playing, he's getting some really good scores. A lot of these low numbers is where he's been playing a bit part and just coming on as a substitute. But when he is getting some more regular game time in the first team, he is showing these high scores. Now for these prices, £7 for the limited, 133 for the rare. If you can get more regular minutes in the CSK Moscow side, these prices are going to look very cheap. Another young option is Emil Berninin of CSK Moscow. 22-year-old Norwegian, so very young. He's actually only started 2 of the games for CSK Moscow and he's actually scored 1 goal as well in those games. Now recently, before the winter break, he actually come on as a substitute and he scored the winning goal for CSK Moscow in this match on the 4th of December. He is still a player trying to cement his place in the side for CSK Moscow, and he did only arrive in Moscow in February 2021. So he is still trying to cement a place in the side for them. Quite a new signing really. And as you can see in his form in the Norwegian team, Stabæk, where he was previously playing, he's got some fantastic numbers and some fantastic scores as well. So if we look at his scores on Sorare data then, the limited scores that we have got, as you can see in these games here, he's got a couple of good numbers. Most of these ones are due to the limited numbers that he's getting, but as I say, his stats are looking impressive, and hopefully he can get more minutes in the first team. If he does, for a 22-year-old, £5 on the limited and 122 on the rare is going to look very cheap. Now a player who's another young player for CSKA Moscow is 23-year-old Ivan Ablyakov. Now this guy is a first team starter for CSKA Moscow. Only 23, as I say, and he predominantly plays on the left of midfield or left of defence, and can also play in the central midfield as well in attacking or defensive role. So he's got plenty of utility for the manager, but predominantly this season he's been mainly playing as an attacking wing back. He's also taking corners as well for CSKA Moscow, some of the corners. And this season he started 18 games, he's got 2 assists, he's also shown a fantastic 1.8 key passes per game, and his accurate passes looking good as well at 39 accurate passes per game at 81% accuracy. He's also shown some good interceptions and tackle numbers at 1.4 and 1.9, and his total duels won also looks good at 4.2 average per game. So this guy does look a very fantastic, viable option. So if we look at his scores on Sorare, as you can see from the graph here, some fantastic scores, plenty of green numbers, high numbers there. It's showing some fantastic scores for Sorare. In terms of his price, you can get him at £27 on the limited and £327 on the rare. And he is eligible for the under 23 division as well until July 2023. Another decent option in the Challenger Europe division is Peter Michal of Lask. 26-year-old who plays in the Austrian Bundesliga. He started 15 games, he scored 2 goals and also got 1 assist. But he's shown some fantastic goal threat at 2.3 shots per game. Majority of these shots are probably long range, so he does like to play in the central midfield. And as you can see, he's also taking corners as well for Lask, which is obviously going to help his assist count. He's showing 2.1 key passes per game and he's created 5 big chances as well, which again is probably attributed a little bit more to his corners that he takes. He's also shown 32 accurate passes per game with 75% accuracy. And he is also the penalty taker as well for Lask, as you can see here from this penalty that he took on the 11th of November. So in terms of his scores, again some very, very fantastic scores. Not many scores here below 50, so it does look a very capable player of getting some very high numbers on the Sorare scoring matrix. His limited is going for around £14 and his rare is going for around 301. So moving on to the forwards now, and the first forward I've gone for is Taxiarchis Fountas of Rapid Wien. 26-year-old Greek. He's started 14 games this season for Rapid Wien. Scored 7 goals in those 14 starts, which is absolutely fantastic. He's also got 3 assists as well. Now he's also shown 3.5 shots per game, which is absolutely brilliant goal threat for a forward, and 1.2 shots on target per game. So this guy is showing plenty of goal threat, and in terms of his scores, some fantastic scores here. These higher scores are probably attributing to the goals he's scored and the assists that he's also capable of getting. So this guy does look a very fantastic option for your Sorare team. Limited card is going for around 22 and his rare is going for around 330, which does look cheap for a 26-year-old Challenger Europe forward. Another player that caught the eye was Fedor Smolov of Lokomotiv Moscow. 31, nearly 32. Russian international as well. He does have international utility because he is a regular starter for the Russian national team. He started 14 games this season and scored 7 goals in those 14 starts. And he's also showing 3.4 shots per game with a fantastic 1.5 shots on target per game. So like Fountas, are very attacking and showing plenty of goal threat as well. So it does look a fantastic option, this guy, and as I say, he has got that international utility as well with Russia. In terms of his scores, some very high numbers here. When he is scoring and finding the back of the net, which is quite regular, you're going to be getting these higher scores here that you can see on screen. In terms of his price, his limited is going for around £27 and his rare is going for around 393. A little bit more expensive than Fountas, but I suppose he has got the international utility, but he is a little bit older. But both of them are very good viable options in the forward position who are both showing, and they're both showing plenty of goal threat. Okay, so that was all the selections this week in this part 2 of my budget selections for the Austria and Russian leagues. If you do like any of these selections or you think of adding any of them to your shortlist, please let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, then please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. As always with these selections, don't forget to do your own research, and as always, this is not financial advice. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Reddit, and for more free Sorare content, please check out SorareAssist.com. Links are in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up, use the link below to get a free limited card. Okay, thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.